Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role playing games with friends. This is part of a new anthology series of tabletop RPGs that I've launched in the year 2023 called MCU Sundays. Please don't sue me because it is a homage, and I am using the intellectual property owned by Disney for our imaginative purposes. There are no monies that we make from this, so it works in the parody realm, I believe. So the idea behind MCU Sundays is that on Sundays I'll choose different tabletop RPGs, most of them supers related, and folks from the open hearth community will gather together with me, create characters, and we'll tell stories. And we go all over the timeline. The idea is that it's an MCU version, that we're all Kevin Feige's, and we're producing our own MCU fun. Folks are welcome to use MCU characters because they're out there. I'm definitely using them as inspiration and background and the like. But folks can pull from the comics, make up wholly new characters, and we get to see it all together in a big, exciting mishmash. For the beginning of the month of May, I'm running a two-shot of a game called Swing, and that's what we're playing today. Swing is a game I found on itch.io. If you search under physical games, because itch was originally began as like a video game thing, and they started opening it up to tabletop RPGs released via PDF and a few other methods to read it. Swing was created for using the system known as Caltrop Core. Uh, and it's built on Caltrop Core and created by. Oh no, you didn't put your name in the early part of the thing. I have to find you. Who is it that created this? Darn it. Um, so it is. My name is Gata. Is the person who created the game. It is a 11-page PDF with some cool art that my name is Gata created for the game Swing, as you might be able, well, maybe you'll think it's about a few other things, but let me tell you that Swing is specifically inspired by Spider-Man, hence web slinging and swinging around a city. It is very focused around that idea. There are three stats that each character has: swing, slug, and sense. You might recognize sense like spider sense. Each character has a power, or multiple powers in the case of these characters, a responsibility, and a past. And there's some really interesting ways in which your responsibility will lead to your past coming back to bite you that I'm very excited to see how it plays. So that is the game that we'll be playing for 2 sessions. We have 2 players in our first session, 3 players in the second session. It only took us less than half an hour to really talk and figure out what we're doing. Mark Major will be, hopefully, if he's able to, schedule allowing, will join us for the third session, and he's an improv master, so I'm pretty sure he'll be able to jump right into whatever craziness we have started. We decided, or at least they agreed to, very politely, to play in MCU New York. So our MCU New York, as far as I'm concerned, the Netflix series of Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and whatever that other one was, have all happened, and as have Hawkeye and a number of other series. The Avengers movies have happened. So New York is a hotbed of MCU activity, which is great. And also Marvel, the non MCU, but basically the Marvel Comics New York was where Fantastic Four was, where the Avengers were headquartered. So it is a very big place because that's where the writers were. They write what you know, and it's where the artists got their inspiration as well. And I think it's cool. I've been to New York a few times. I'm not sure if the rest of us are at all familiar with New York, but would it kill you guys to invade Cleveland every now and then? Probably would. I mean, then maybe have to have a Cleveland Guardians guardian from the bridge. But what else are they gonna do? Like Drew Carey's gonna show up and do a musical number? What even is Cleveland? Just joking. Just I'm being an ass now. But I'm trying to be funny. So that's MCU Sundays. That's swing. Let's now have folks introduce themselves and their characters. We've already worked a little backstory, but we'll jump into that as we start playing. But for now, I'm interested in the players and the player characters. Sabine, if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character.
Yeah, hi, my name is Sabine. I use any pronouns, and I am playing a character whose hero name is unimaginatively enough Seagull. His real name is Jose Chavez. Jose is an immigrant. He lives in New York, and his community, his people lived in a nicer neighborhood until, well, Fiskor Holdings Incorporated, or one of their subsidiaries, bought up the neighborhood, and then they got pushed out because of gentrification, and then it happened again. And since then, they are living in a very not nice neighborhood. And yeah, Jose has been trying to go and study law just to prevent this. He tried to get an appointment with Murdoch, but with Murdoch and whatever the other guy's name is, but the telephone was kind of off, and then the Chitauri came, and the whole thing fell through. Anyway, after the Chitauri attack, he found a wounded seagull, and he tried to take care of it because he's that kind of guy. And the seagull looked at him and said, "Yep, you'll do." And suddenly the seagull was gone, and he had powers. He could fly now, and do aerial acrobatics, I guess. And he has since used that to engage in a little wealth distribution from high to low, and if that helps him pay for his college fees, I mean, that's also wealth distribution, right?
So, Jose does have a desire to or aims to at some point go to a college, but
Yeah,
that's something
yeah.
okay, cool.
I think
That's
he
good to
is
know.
he is in college, actually. He's
Oh,
studying
nice.
for the bar, but he has to work because, I mean, food doesn't fall from trees, or maybe it does if you have seagull powers, but yeah, you know. And then he's engaging in the seagull stuff, and then he's got a different second job. He is kind of busy.
Nice, nice. Oh man, there's. Is it possible that that he attends Empire State University? Are we okay with that? Just so you, Sabine, are clear, that is the college that Squirrel Girl goes to, and Squirrel
Okay.
Girl ostensibly runs a radio program
Oh, nice.
for
Okay.
ESU. Yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Radio Hour, which, by the way,
Oh,
there is an actual 10-episode podcast of it, and it is amazing.
cool.
I cannot
Yeah.
recommend it enough.
Okay.
Anyway, so
Cool.
ESU, you're a student at ESU. Yes, I'm going to write that down. Haha! Sweet. Thank you so much, Sabine. I really appreciate it. Now, Mona, this is the first time we've gamed together. I'm excited to have you aboard. If you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character.
Yeah. So I'm Mona. I use she, her pronouns. And I will be playing Wave or Per Pengon. She's a character from the comics like New Agent of Atlas and such. So she is a like swimmer from Philippines who were experimented on by possibly a supervillain group that gave her power to control water. And so I'm reading of like the comic. So the idea is that the people who experienced it on her were the Serena, and like the NCU version of Namo's people, the Serena was also like forced to mutate and live underwater by like Western colonizer. But the difference is while the Talocan people wants to like destroy surface dweller, the Serena people want to invite surface people to join them in the ocean, and that's why they experimented on Pearl to like give her this power to survive underwater. But because of this, Namor sees her as a threat, and that's how her backstory, like that's how I imagine her backstory in MCU. And I think she's in New York because Jimmy Woo is trying to put together the MCU version of New Agent of Atlas, and she's one of the people he invited. But I also think maybe she's here to get help about Namo, and maybe I don't know. Yeah.
This is great. I really like it. Thank you for letting me know about the pasts that we have are the Namor, a deceived and betrayed wave in an attempt to sabotage the Serena's plan, and then Seagull's past is the lost his home to gentrification by a large corporation. We've agreed that that corporation is a shell corporation under the control of Wilson Fisk. Good. So we start off our game, and we talked a little bit about how do these two characters know each other. The agreement was, which I love this, it's very comics. They were both chasing after a criminal, someone who did something. We'll say, I don't know. I don't want to go purse snatcher. It's just a little too easy. So bank robber also too easy. Yeah,
I
the
mean,
Rhino. I think the Rhino
yeah.
was on a rampage down New York City, a New York City street, and you both that way you fighting something big. And during the fight, Seagull and Wave perhaps mistook each other for helping out the Rhino and started to fight. Uh, so, Wave, let me ask you this question. Did you guys defeat Rhino before you started fighting over Rhino, or did Rhino get away?
Hmm. Yeah, I think like we start fighting before we take down Rhino, and so Rhino, like I think maybe in the end a third superhero like called him, like I don't know, Spider-Man or like Jessica Jones or someone else.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Cool. So you guys got pantsed a little bit. Shown up by I love the idea that Jessica Jones showed up and just clocked Rhino. I'm going with Rhino from the uh, some might say misbegotten Amazing Spider-Man series. So Rhino in a giant mech suit, effectively, rather than Rhino in a weird uh, can't take it off suit from the comics. Rhino, if you want to look at what that crazy mech suit looks like, is down on the Sinister Six line of our NPCs, column K. It was silly, but it still amuses me. So Rhino nearly got away as the two of you were fighting, but Jessica Jones clocked him, and then I think Angelica Jones, Firestar, also showed up to help clean up. So that was the backstory of how the two of you met. Our establishing shot for this episode is we see, first of all, there's a fence, a chain link fence up, and it's downtown. Like you can hear the sounds of downtown New York. It's it's a downtown neighborhood, but there's a chain link fence, and it's obvious from the caution work area signs. You see that there's a large pair of buildings that have been blocked out. And then as the camera pulls back, we see that the street is blocked off because there are protesters in front of this soon to be construction site. And we see signs like, your luxury is our displacement. And another person wearing a sign that says, now that the neighborhood is nice, why do I have to move? And then there's another with a huge like red symbol of a fist raised, and it says, take back our city, rise against gentrification. And it's obvious from the crowd that's gathered that they're protesting this purchase of a couple of buildings that you see that they have a wrecking ball. They're going to destroy this pair of buildings. And so Jose, aka Seagull, where does the camera establish you in this shot? Are you just nearby? Were you taking a taxi? Are you flying overhead? When we first introduced, where do we see you?
I think well, either I'd be among the protesters myself, or maybe I'm up
Ooh.
on a building up on a building looking down, because I've heard maybe rumors that someone was going to do something about the protesters, and I wanted to see if I couldn't intervene with stuff like that.
Nice, nice. I love the standing up and watching like the Guardian overlooking the protesters. That's really, really cool. I like that a lot. Uh, Wave, are you also near this scene, or are you dealing with a B plot and we rope you in? What do you think?
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I think like for my establishing shot, I think we see like I like a I'm like passing by, and then I have like my armor is like a little dented, and there are some scratches on my costume. So it's
Hmm.
obvious I have been fighting someone, but now I'm trying to like head back and change and stuff. And then I pass by like this protest, and I was like, oh, I thought America is supposed to be rich. I guess not everyone, huh?
Nice, cool. So you're like, you finished a fight at some point.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
taking a cab back to your hotel, and you pass by at this point, and the cabbie says, "Oh man, another protest! God, a bunch of cornflakes, snowflake." He throws out a bunch of insults as he's having to take a left, and he says, "Don't worry, I'll get you there soon. I'm not trying to run up the meter. You saw what I saw. You saw what I saw. I'll get you there. I'll get you there." And soon enough, we will have you delivered to a hotel. And you're on the bill of Agents of Atlas. I think you're in one of like a Waldorf or an Astoria, like a really really nice plush luxury hotel. Um, and Wave, as the cabbie starts to pull up, you see that there are like 4 or 5 photographers there. Uh, maybe they're waiting for you, and you're in this dented up armor. That's not good. What do you do about that?
Yeah, I think. Hmm. Yeah, I think I tell the KB and I say, hey, can you go around the back?
Yeah, yeah, of course, sure. Is that for you? He jokes because he doesn't obviously think. And then he looks in the mirror and he goes, "Wait, are you like a superhero?"
No, but
Oh,
I would prefer to not be caught on camera looking like this.
oh, okay. I just thought that the whole thing and the thing, that maybe you are. That's fine. He takes a right. He's gonna like do the 3 rights thing and then pull up into the back area so that you can skulk out. And as you're leaving, do you like leave a good tip or just duck out?
Yeah, I think I do leave a tip. I guess like a government. I guess government superhero pays well because I'm trying to gauge like what kind of job this this would be.
Oh, I'm imagining, at least from what I saw of Jimmy Woo and Agents of Atlas, that they're bankrolled big time. I don't think money is a problem for you. You just justifying the expense report would be the only problem. Like if you went out and did some really inappropriate stuff, Jimmy Woo might
Yeah,
say, "Hey, that's on you."
yeah. So I guess I did tip pretty well.
Cool. It's, "Hey, thanks, thanks." He checks it, And then as you're retreating, he like pulls his phone out, takes this couple snaps of you as you're heading into the back door, and you can go and change. We cut back to Seagull as you're looking over the protesters, and we hear, and then there's someone on the roof with you. It's Spider-Man.
Oh wow, okay. Okay. I'm a bit starstruck, I guess. So I will, but I will try to play it cool, of course. So I say, hey, hi.
Seagull, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've read the comic. It's good. Did you write it?
No. I don't even know who did that, which is totally untrue. I think it was my sister who wrote it, but I'm not telling him that.
It's a good shtick. I know a reporter who does his best, but I get a bad rap. The comic's good stuff. Listen, you know who's shutting this down. The buildings, who's taking it down, right? It's Fist.
Yeah, I know that, but can hardly go and throw him out of a window.
Yeah. Defenestrating the Kingpin isn't very successful. I found it's kind of illegal too.
Yeah.
You've got this though, because you're not going to let this go out of control. Sometimes these protesters, I'm for them, but they can't make it worse.
I think if they are angry, they are angry.
Yeah.
And they have a right to be angry.
They do. They do. You're not wrong.
I'm not stopping them if they get angry. I'm stopping everybody who tries to mess with them.
Okay.
Or try to.
Yeah. Good. Kingpin's got a lot of people on his payroll, so I wouldn't be surprised. You've got this.
Yeah,
you
I've got this.
Pat your shoulder like you've got this, like he's making sure he's handing this off to you.
Yeah, I think so. Sure, I've done this a million times.
Yeah, hey, quick question. Is this Spider-Man like the MCU, like teenager Spider-Man, or like an older, like
I think it's
version?
I think it's our Tom Holland post Homecoming, Long Way from Home. Wait, what's the third one?
Something with home.
Doctor Strange, post Strange, like this is Spider-Man where he has no friend, where no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't even know who this guy is.
I mean, you know who Spider-Man is. You don't know that Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Because... No, why would I? He doesn't know who I am, so.
Yeah, right. But I'm just saying, like, he probably, like, you can probably tell he's pretty young.
Yeah, he's trying to lower his voice a little bit, but yeah.
This guy has fought. This is Spider-Man. He's fought with Captain America. He's part of the Avengers. If he looks young, that might just be part of a stick. He might be 1,000 years old for all I know, and just looks like that. You can tell.
Hey, who knows? Maybe he has the powers from like a spider totem or something. That would be crazy.
Oh no, I've heard he was bitten by a radioactive spider, but really that is ridiculous.
Maybe he saved the spider.
He did. That would be yeah. I mean, spiders are very useful, and shouldn't be scared of that.
So he says, you've got this then, right, Seagull?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, we animal themed superheroes have to stick together.
We do. Okay. Is there a sort of a bar we go to, or a zoo or something? I'm pretty new to this, actually.
That's actually funny. I like that. And then flip, and he swings out into the street and over it, and then up, and he's away.
Was a serious question when I'm swinging away.
He did not answer you if there is a bar to go to. I don't think this MCU Spider-Man would go to a superhero themed bar.
He's too young to drink anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. He's got classes, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's pick back up with Wave. You've gone back to your hotel. You're able to clean off. I mean, I think there's like a garden tub and one of those really rain shower heads type deal in there, and lots of beautiful accoutrement in the bathroom, and the huge plushy bed with a huge flat screen TV and a beautiful view of Central Park. It's great. You could just stay here. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I change into casual clothing and I go out because I think I'm actually not used to like this luxury because I'm not like one of the rich people in from Southeast Asia. I'm one of like the common poorer people, which is like poorer than America. So
Hmm.
I'm a little like I'm not used to like suddenly why do they need bathtub this big? Like you just need to shower and I find it a little like when like how do you sleep in this bed? It just sinks and
It's so cute.
yeah.
I like that. That's really cool. I
Mm.
love that. Uh, that vibe. Yeah, she grew up. Pearl Pangan grew up on Mactan Island in Cebu. That's awesome. I really like.
Yeah, it's definitely not a rich like background.
Good. So, how is it that you end up reconnecting with Seagull? Do you give him a call? Did you happen to notice him when the cab went by and he was up on a building, kind of suspiciously, or
Yeah,
what?
actually, I think maybe I say I saw like Spider-Man for a brief moment because like
Nice.
red costume is very obvious. So I was thinking of going back and like see if there's any trouble.
Oh,
And
that's
then maybe
perfect.
then I spotted Seagull.
Nice. Yeah, so you spot Seagull. He's still watching out. Are you the kind of person that would climb up a fire escape to reach up to Seagull, or would you just give him a call and let him know you're around? Or
Yeah,
would
I
you use
think I
crazy powers from the sewers to like lift you up? Although it'd be kind
yeah
of
no
gross.
I think I start by like giving him a call. Yeah. So I just call his phone.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'll answer my phone if I see that it is you at least.
What's the ringtone that you've assigned to Wave?
I
Does Wave get a special ringtone yet?
She would, yes, but there is a superhero ringtone because I don't know a lot of them. But right now the phone's only because you never know what you have to do, and running around trying to sneak into a building when your phone is going like beep 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 beep. That's
Yeah, yeah, that's like classical movie failure.
yeah. No, I've had and vibrate, but I will see its wave, and there's a little picture of her, I think. And then I'll answer the phone and say, "Oh, hey, Wave, how are you doing? What's going on?"
Oh, oh, not bad, not bad. I just got out of the fight of another guy in an animal suit, and then when I was going back to my hotel, I see like you and another guy in an animal suit is like checking out this protest. So what's up?
I'm just, I had a few heard a few rumors that the Fisk Corporation might try to mess with the protest in some way, shape, or form. That's why I'm here to stop him from doing that because yeah, these people have a right to protest.
And as you guys are talking on the phone, one of you up on a building, the other on the street, you hear a cry from the protesters as some people have gone up to the fence, and one person's figured out that the fence isn't fully connected. Like there's a point in there, like pulling it back, and some people are like, "Yeah, well, let's go, let's wreck the machines." And so they're
Okay.
pulling back the fence, and some of the younger, more hot-headed protesters are trying to race into the construction site with the idea of acting like Luddites and throwing shoes into the machines.
I like that. I cheer them on internally, at least.
Wave, this could be like this could be bad or it could be good PR. You're not sure. I'm not sure if you care about such things, but you see this. There are dozens of people who are like streaming into a secure area.
Yeah,
There are
it's not.
construction workers on site. Um, what do you do?
I mean, it's not really my fight, and I think I'm relatively used to like civil unrest. So I'm just surprised they have it in America as well. So I think I was keep talking to Seagull was,
Mm.
uh, who is this Fisk guy again?
Oh, he is a rich kingpin guy. He's got his fingers in all kinds of, I think, criminal enterprises, but he does a lot of gentrification, which is what is happening there. And look at these people go. They don't like that. I think I think I'm cheering them on. I like that, what they're doing.
Nice.
I hope no. I will watch out for anybody with the weird weapons to run interference at least.
Okay. So as you're watching this seagull, um, you see that what it was there were a pair of large apartment buildings that everyone has been moved out of. They've been purchased. They're going to be demolished. There is a wrecking ball, like one of those huge cranes with the wrecking ball, but they haven't started the process yet. And then there's an open space where they have a bunch of girders and where they're going to begin the new construction. People are coming out. They're throwing rocks and crashing the windows of the crane, and they're trying to just wreck stuff when you see the ground start to shake and shift
Uh-oh.
underneath a couple of the guys, and then just one guy, like boom, he just like halfway is into the mud and he starts screaming and trying to grip like he's in quicksand suddenly.
Oh no! I'll say, oh wow, this stuff is happening. I got to get this guy out, and I'm flying down, and I'm trying to kind of grab him and help him get out the quicksand.
Awesome. That sounds amazing. So, as we look at our three stats to taking action, swing, slug, and sense, it sounds like this is a lot more swing than slug or sense.
That's
We can have
fine.
our first die roll here.
Ooh,
What is your swing rate? Oh, you're very swingy. I
I'm
love it.
swingy.
So you're going to roll 3d4. We're going to look at it together because I'm excited about this. Okay, so you're going to
Okay.
roll 3d4 on our die roller table. You're looking for 4s or better. You only need one of those three to the highest value will be what counts for the action.
There's a 4. Look at that.
Amazing. So you get absolute success.
Ha.
You swoop down. So how do you fly? Do you have wings? You just fly? Like how does that
I think
work?
I think I have wings actually. Yes, so I think I have. I can manifest wings. I guess they're. I don't know how this works. I just do it. I just think, hey, I want to have wings and fly with them, and then that happens. When I shout, I have to shout seagull, but I have done that before. So I might shout
And-
seagull nonetheless because I'm fairly young and not very used to being a superhero. So shouting my name while I swoop in seems like the thing you do.
Awesome.
Maybe.
And are they
Yes.
like white underneath with black tips, like
Yeah.
a traditional
Yep.
seagull? Oh, that
There you go.
actually,
Yeah.
I can totally see that. That's awesome. You swoop down, you grab at this guy, and the mud, when you get close enough to get a better view of it, the mud actually looks, it looks more like literal, like quicksand. And when you pull him up and you hoist him up, absolutely, you rolled a 4. The thing happens. You feel like there's a suction. You actually feel it took a little bit of effort. You had to kind of pop your wings a couple times to yank him up and out, and you see that the ground underneath him starts swirling around like some kind of weird vortex.
I totally
Wave.
call it. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh no! What's your reaction? I'm sorry.
I want to call that out. I mean, that has to be the Sandman, right? So I will kind of put the guy down, perch on, I don't know, some kind of concrete mixing thingy,
Sure.
and yell, "Hey, Sandman, come out and play."
Ooh, calling out Sandman. Oh, that's amazing. That really excites me. Cut outside to Wave. You saw people streaming in. Seagull took off and flew over towards the construction site, saying there's some kind of trouble. You hear somebody screaming inside the, calling for help inside the construction site. Wave, what are you doing?
Yeah, I think I sign and I also try to go to where the screen comes from. And I was like, no rest for the wicked.
Cool. As you start moving towards, are you just like walking over there, where jogging that way? Are you in street clothes now? Are you in your superhero costume? What do you imagine?
Yeah, I think I guess hmm. Yeah, I guess maybe I have like a backup armor or something, because like if I come here, I probably expected there might be trouble, so I probably wouldn't be in casual clothes.
Sure. Okay. Cool. As you're moving towards the construction site, some movement up on one of the buildings outside of this construction site area catches your eye, and you see someone like a humanoid, a greenish humanoid creature with a big long tail crawling along the side of the building. And then he hops down and seems like he's dropping into the construction site as well.
Yeah, I think I'm going to tell Seagull. I think I just see a giant lizard going into the building. Is that normal here?
Is who here? Sorry.
A giant lizard?
Okay. I mean, yeah, Sandman's here. I just call him out. So I imagine that they might be buddies. You could maybe lend a hand here. I can maybe take Sandman. Probably not, but I can try. And that lizard guy, though, I have no idea.
People start running away as you guys are talking. You've dropped off the person you'd saved. They start running out away from this central area where all the sand is forming up to a humanoid, like just the upper half. His fists look like sledgehammers. And Seagull, I don't know, have you ever seen pictures of Sandman from his Titanic fights against Spider-Man, or would you know
Yeah,
what he looks like?
I've maybe seen a picture or two of him, but seeing him in person is different, right? Because
Yeah.
he's a lot bigger than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he's like 50 feet tall right now when he appears. He goes, "Oh, you just called down the Kraken."
Oh wow, I will say, hey, Wave, nice knowing you. I'll be off now.
There's this
I'll,
big sledgehammer thing coming right at you. What do you do, Seagull?
I mean, yeah, I will avoid being hit by him. I guess
Give me a swing. Give me a swing.
that seems like I'm
That
something I
seems like a
would.
smart call. Let's do it.
Yeah.
So you're rolling swing again, which is 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
swooping in to help people who are fighting against gentrification absolutely feels like you were putting yourself at risk, especially now,
Yeah.
due to your responsibility. So go ahead and take a token and mark one on your track.
Okay. What can I
Okay,
do with the tokens? Oh, to reroll the lowest die. I
Yep, you
see.
can reroll the
Okay.
lowest die of the roll.
Cool.
But you got a 4. You don't have to reroll anything. That
Cool.
is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
What does it look like when you deftly avoid Sandman's titanic fist?
I was staring at that gigantic fist coming at me, like, I can't believe that's something that you just kind of going to hit me. And at the last moment, I'm like, oh, oops, I should avoid that maybe. And I fly up. Like, like you see these birds that you get in the city, they are running around, and then just when you think you're hitting them, they just fly away. And maybe
Nice.
maybe I will fly pretty close to Sandman's face, just because mostly because I'm a little flustered, but I then realized that maybe I can hit him with something.
Ooh, do you want a slug?
I'm not very good at slugging. No, probably not hitting him is a bad idea, but maybe I can guide him to, I don't know, punch the crane, and so that the wrecking ball will fall on his head.
Huh.
So I need to set this up a little with some
Yeah.
clever jumps and things, and making and maybe calling him names.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, you're supposed to be Sandman, not Mud Man, but you're a pretty muddy friend. Maybe take a shower, or maybe take a not shower.
Stupid kid.
What happens if we mix concrete with you? Might be a new statue.
Nice. So you're trying to fool him into moving into the crane and either hurting himself or the crane and doing a bit of the protesters' work for them. That sounds, yeah, it sounds like provocation. It really feels like you're going slug again. Like, so slug is provocation in athletics. Sense is premonition and academics. You could talk me into sense because you're trying to outwit him. I could live with that, but I definitely don't think you. I want to see something other than swing. You're really good at swing, but
yeah, I'm really good at swing. I was aiming for premonition and trying to use my brain to my intelligence to outwit him. Basically, that's what I'm trying to do.
Cool.
Provoking
let's cut
him
away from.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, let's cut away before you take that action. I want to see how Wave is coming in. So Wave, you moved in, and now there's just a stream of people rushing past you, heading towards that opening in the fence. One guy like pulls it back, and you can see one of his knuckles gets cut, but he ignores. He's trying to hold it open so people can get away from this big fight that suddenly erupted in the middle of the construction site. And you know that lizard, whoever is around here somewhere, but you see the 50-foot tall person of sand fighting with Seagull. What do you do, Wave?
Yeah, I think I trust Seagull, so I'm going to find Lizard.
Cool. It's not hard. Lizard is only hides long enough to be able to sneak up on people. So you move away from Sandman, and then leaping over top of the cement mixer is the lizard, who's like 7 feet tall, weighs several hundred pounds, and he slams into you, Wave, and tries to like shove you to the ground, and his big long tongue comes out and like slethers the side of your face. What are you doing here?
I say, what's with New Yorkers and animal costumes?
Great. So the better to lick you with, pretty girl. And then he's gonna actually fling you away rather than continuing to put all of his weight on you. And I'd like you to take a hit, because I want to see what it's like when someone takes a hit of damage. So please reduce your hits from 4 to 3 as you slam into a number of giant construction beams. What do you wish to do? Seems like he's still coming after you.
Yeah, I think I say, okay, let's does it. And then I think I tried, like, I mean, there must be some water. I think I can create water, but anyway.
Okay.
Anyway, I think if not, there must be something like a fire hydrant nearby. So like I'm just going to like shooting with like high pressure water.
Oh, that sounds awesome. That definitely feels like a slug to me. So let's have you roll 3 die for your slug.
Okay, my higher is 3.
Yeah. So, I feel like your responsibility, like to prove yourself, it feels like rather than giving in or running away by fighting him,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
you're meeting that responsibility and putting yourself at risk. So go ahead and take a token and mark your track by 1.
Okay.
But for the result of this particular move, because it's what it says for tokens is it's reroll the lowest die of a roll future, so you can't like backdate it if that makes
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Okay, so we got a 3, which is a partial success. I think what happens is you slam him with some of the water. Uh, okay, I'll give you a choice. Either the water that you pulled is going to cause other dangers, or he's able to take most of the blow but isn't out of the fight. Which is more interesting to you as the partial success here?
Yeah, yeah, let's keep him in the fight for now.
Cool. Okay, so the water slams into him. He growls and then lopes off, like jumps up and grabs hold of the cement mixer, leaps on the back over it again, so that he is not taken out of the fight, but he's danced away for a moment. Let's cut back to Seagull. You are trying to lure Sandman into hurting the crane and possibly himself,
Yeah.
which we'd agreed was a sense maneuver. So
Uh-huh.
let's have you go ahead and roll it.
Okay. I have 1 last die.
Yep, you're rolling 2 dice. Let's see how it goes.
It's a 3. It's a partial success.
All right, with a partial success, let's see. So, yeah, you lead him over to the crane, and he is going to slam into the crane with one of those giant sledgehammer fists. I will give you a choice similar to what I gave to Pearl Pangan. You
Mhm.
can either take a hit because you didn't get completely away unscathed, or knocking over the crane takes it into the area of endangering others.
No, I will take a hit. I don't want to endanger others.
Okay, so you get clipped a little bit and you fly off, and we can see from one of the wings that that hurt a good bit. But he hits the crane, it starts to fall over. It actually slams into the Sandman, and he dissipates and kind of boom, huge sand cloud jumps up. It will take him some time to reform.
Nice.
So Pearl, aka Wave, the lizard has just leapt away from you to keep from being knocked completely out by the powerful water that you'd thrown at him. And then you see the Sandman towering near you slam into the crane and kind of knock himself out of the fight for now. What do you do? You do hear
Yeah,
sirens in the background, by the way, just so we're clear.
yeah, I think I was asking, like I was talking to the leader. I was saying, so 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 did that fish guy set you up for this or what?
Nice. So you're trying to get Lizard to reveal a bit of what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. He's not immediately inclined to give you answers, but I think if you want to make a sense roll here, you can do it.
Yeah, sure. Let's try rolling with 1 dice.
Ooh,
Oh, I got a 1. I think this is a good chance to use the token.
that's probably a good call. Good luck. Oh,
Yeah, I got
much
to
better.
see. Yeah, much better.
Much better. Okay, partial success. He says, the lizard says, "Oh no. Yeah, we're just security. You guys are the ones that are going to be in trouble. Wait till the Kingpin's lawyers get after you." And he is going to actually take off as the cops are arriving. What do you wish to do?
Yeah, I'm also I mean, I'm also going to leave the scene. I'm not sure if can I follow him?
You can try for sure.
Yeah, okay, then I will try.
He doesn't want you to follow him, so you're going to need to make a swing roll. Are you giving a heads up to Seagull? What's going on?
Yeah, I think I will try to get on the phone with him again if he can pick up.
I think he's like in earshot. I mean, you guys aren't that far from each other. But you can also do the phone while you're how are you traveling? Are you, I guess, by feet? Because the way I saw the character of Wave, she was often in water. Were you pulling the
Yeah,
water from that fire hydrant and using that to like ride on it or something?
yeah, I'm kind of imagine like Barbie drag Iceman kind of make your own
Yes,
surf.
that sounds amazing. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're riding a surf wave of your own creation away from the scene, trying to chase after the lizard who is parkouring himself away. Are you available for a phone call, Seagull?
Yeah, no, actually, I think I will send Seagull a text message so that he will see it when he has time, and so he doesn't have to see it immediately if he isn't available.
It's very considerate.
Now he wants to leave the scene anyway, so this is a good point to just follow you.
Cool. Give me a swing roll wave as you're trying to effectively parkour and give chase to the lizard while he's trying
Yeah.
to escape.
Okay. I got it's one again, so yeah,
Oh, two
it didn't
ones.
work. Yeah.
Oh no, absolute failure. I think rather than taking hits, you just there's a point where the lizard goes around a building, and when you chase after, he's gone.
God damn it.
Seagull, you catch up to Pearl. You guys got away from the cops.
Yeah,
Um,
that's nice.
yeah, yeah, you did. But Wave is there riding like a literal wave of water, and she looks pretty upset.
So where you were following the lizard, is it gone?
Yeah. God damn it. I mean, obviously he knows this city much better than I do.
Yeah, and I think he can maybe shift back to being a regular human. So
You mean when he take that costume off?
yeah, I mean I can take the wings off basically, and then and the mask, and then I'm basically Joe normal, I guess.
Yeah, anyway, I think that Fisk guy setting up on this.
Yeah, so do I. But I wonder what they were trying to achieve here. I mean, take out protesters that well, he could have just hired the police to do his dirty work. He's rich, so I don't know why he's actually doing that.
Yeah, and why do these guys take money when they can just rob a bank or something?
That is a good question, but it's not that easy. If you rob a bank, then you have to dispose of the funds again because you can't just. A lot of people here won't take just cash. And if you want to pay by credit card, you have to launder your money. And if you want to launder your money, you need a guy like Fisk again.
Why do you know so much about this?
Fisk has destroyed my home like 2 times. I've been driven from my home, and I'm actually studying the law now, so
Yeah, fair enough, fair enough.
so I can fight back on. Yeah.
I'd love to like do one of those like scene cuts where the two of you were talking in your superhero costumes, and now you're talking, either walking and talking or sitting at a cafe or something and continuing to talk. Is that cool with you guys? And you're in
Yeah,
cities.
sure.
Kind of like that idea. Uh, where did you choose, Jose, for a bite to eat with Pearl?
I think I have a pretty not very expensive taco place, maybe something like that.
Cool. Why is it?
Yeah.
Why is this taco place important to you, Jose? Is it from a place run by somebody from your neighborhood, or okay, cool.
It's run by one of my cousins.
Oh, one of your cousins run by a cousin.
Yeah.
What's your sister's name? How old is she? She's here.
Oh wow, she's here. I think my sister is younger than I am. She's about 17, 18, and her name is Maria. Because I'm very creative with Latin American names.
That's totally okay. There are a lot of Marias. I've known many Marias. It's all good. It's a great name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Maria comes over. She's got her journal like tucked under her arm and a bag that's filled with all kinds of different like erasers and special pens and pencils and charcoal and a bunch of other things. And she scooches in. I imagine you guys are at a booth, right? She scooches in and sits right beside you, and says, "Hey, bro. Oh, oh my God, are you Wave?" You're in civvies, but she super recognizes you.
Wait. No? How do you recognize me?
You, I'm a big fan. Can I draw you? Would that be cool? Is that weird? Jose, is that weird? That's not weird. I'm an artist. I draw people.
It's a little weird to come up to someone you've never spoken to before, tell them who they are, and then ask them to draw them, but okay. I mean, that's
Okay,
my
the
sister,
confluence of
by the
events
way.
are a little on the weird spectrum. I agree.
Yeah, but you
But
should
is it
at
cool?
least introduce yourself first, okay?
Oh, I'm this idiot's sister, the smarter, better half. Maria.
Yeah, I'm Pearl Pengon.
Are you guys doing a team up? It's cool. I know all about it. He's Seagull. It's cool.
I look at the question, I look at Wave, and I'm saying, are we doing a team up?
Well, I guess why not? I mean, they are doing a team up. We are doing a team up.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
God, it's so good. It's good. You're moving up in the world. She's actually like legit.
I talked to
course you do.
Spider-Man today.
Uh-huh.
To the actual Spider-Man.
Uh-huh. She's whipped open her journal and she's like opening it up to a fresh page. And you see all kinds of like in the margins, crazy doodles, all kinds of stuff. There's a bit where she tried to do a flip book with Seagull like jumping off of a building and his wings appearing, but she gave up after a little while, and then she starts drawing you, Wave. Do you pose, or does this make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't think it make me uncomfortable. I'm not uncomfortable, but I also I'm not specifically posing, but I'm just curious. I was like, oh hey, like your sister is actually very talented. Like she's actually very good at this drawing stuff.
Yeah, I know. She tells me that all the time.
Only because it's true.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
You are so much prettier in real life. Shit, I said that out loud. Which goes back to
Oh,
drawing.
yeah, thank you, I guess.
Your phone starts to ring wave. I don't know if you actually make phone calls with that phone, but it says on the Jimmy Woo.
Yeah, I think I take it.
I imagine that Jimmy Woo speaks many different languages. So I think he addresses you in Tagalog.
Yeah,
And
I'm not actually sure if like I think Wave is from a different part of, but I guess he can say like
oh, I can go. I
whatever.
thought she was from Cebu. In fact, I'm sorry. The only reason I went there was because I thought it was interesting when she was like they had captions for her in the very first scene. But it's all good. So he addressed you. Pearl, talk to me about what just happened. I saw this on the news. Why why are you involved in some kind of incident?
Well, it's more like the incident involved me. So you see, there was this like protest, and then I passed by, and then there's this sand guy and this guy in a lizard costume who is apparently working for this fish guy.
Oh, yeah, you should steer clear of that. That's not a good idea. I think that's a little out of why I sent you to New York. You should probably get don't get involved in politics and stuff like that. We're here to fight villains. Yeah, right?
Oh, wait, I thought you want me here to do superhero stuff.
I do. But destroying a construction site's not superheroing. I'm getting creamed
And
on. Oh, CNN's running a piece on it. Oh God, this is bad. This is bad. You're killing me, Pearl. I'm gonna have to. I've got my PR firm. They're working up a statement. Okay.
oh, okay, can you just ask Shang-Chi to do some more kung fu move for them and like everyone loves Shang-Chi, right?
Everyone loves Shang-Chi for sure. He's witty. He's handsome. He could get away with anything. You're not Shang-Chi.
Yes, I know.
Okay, great. I'll send over the PR statement. You can probably just record it on your phone. I'll have some people touch it up. All right, great. Thanks. And then he hangs up.
But do you know Shang-Chi?
Not really.
Uh,
We have never actually met. Though we are technically on the same team right now.
oh, okay. Wow.
But
That
you're
is
technically on a team and you're teaming up with my brother? What are you like, Wolverine?
Who?
Oh my God.
Wait, is there another guy in an animal costume here?
there's a
And
lot of. I've recently learned that animal theme heroes are supposed to stick together. I have no idea if there's a meeting point. Need to figure that out. If there's a meeting point at a zoo or something.
What is there like a bar in a room that you go and hang out or something?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty new at this, actually. Now, there are a lot of animal themed superheroes. You are right.
oh, I read this comic about Animal Man. I guess he's just generic. I don't know. I'm almost done. Can you sit still for a sec, Pearl? She's like trying to get your eyes just right.
Yeah, I think I sigh and I say, sure, sure.
What, so what are we doing now? I want to figure out what's going on with Lizard and this lizard guy and this sand guy.
Yeah, certainly. I'm not going to after that lizard guy with his disgusting tongue, I'm not just going to let this
Ugh.
go because Jimmy wants to make this about politics. If you ask me, he's the one making this about politics.
Yeah, everything is about politics in a way. I mean, I don't know how he thinks things cannot be about politics. But I don't know, maybe we can find out where, I don't know where people like that hang out. I have no idea. Probably in some club, some high level club, probably.
It's the second mention of a superhero bar. This
These
is
are not
tickling me.
heroes, but these are not heroes. They're villains.
Fair enough.
So,
Fair enough.
So,
you're
so,
right.
okay.
Wait, did you remember that private detective? The woman who punched that guy in a rhino suit?
Oh yeah, it's true. This Jones woman.
Jessica Drew?
Yeah, Jessica Jones, I think. Maybe we can hire. I can pay her. I mean, a private detective costs money, but maybe we can tell her what happened and ask her for an opinion and see how much that would cost us.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Okay.
if she's a detective, she must know these things, right?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's good. That's a good idea. I think she's in a phone book somewhere.
Sister
Or Google.
phone book. Phone book. Oh my god, you are such a dork. Okay, it's all done. She turns the journal around, sits back, and nervously waits for your opinion. I think I think the art is quite good. She's definitely put you in your superhero costume. Um, you've got a number of weapons, weird, like blades that look like they're made of light, and yeah, she's captured. It looks like you. What do you say,
Yeah, I definitely say, yeah, this is good work, kid. Keep it up.
kid? I'm like 17 and a half. Basically legal to vote. By the time the next election happens, I will be voting.
Yeah, but you're not even old enough to drink, kid.
Well, if we were in Louisiana, I think probably could. I think Louisiana is the one where it's like age of consent in Minnesota is 16. So
That
there's
that
that.
that goes for other things, though.
Oh,
I think it's marriage.
right. I knew that. Yep,
Yeah.
marriage. That's totally what I meant.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't
Okay,
let
nice
me
meeting you.
don't let me tell mom that you asked about age of marriage. You know what she'll say.
I'm out of here.
Bye.
Closes up her journal, takes off. So
So
do we do a quick like scene cut to you guys outside of Alias Investigations?
Yeah. Also, I just look it up. I want to quickly aid. Because a wave is from Cebu, and like the primary language of Cebu is not actually Tagalog.
It isn't. Oh.
Yeah, it's Cebuano, and so
Oh.
like yeah, the
What?
official language of
Wow.
the Philippines are Filipino and English, and Filipino is Tagalog, but like Cebu, like in Cebu and a few other regions of the Philippines, like they speak Cebuano or like Bisaya or Visayan, like it's the same. It's mostly the same language, but it's not. Like it's like a dialect, like like a very popular dialect that's spoken as the primary language in some parts of Philippines.
I had no idea. That's awesome. Cool. Thank you for letting me know that. That's really
Yeah,
neat.
yeah,
I
because
actually I
yeah,
work with a few
yeah,
people in the Philippines, so that's really neat. I always like learning a little bit more.
yeah. No problem. Because I was just thinking while doing research for this character, I think I read somewhere that like she's not just from Philippines, but a very specific like region and cultural background. So yeah, I think that's interesting. Like that's worth knowing.
Mhm.
It is cool. Uh, I work with a team of folks who are in, I believe they're in Makati City. And what's interesting about meeting a bunch of people from the Philippines at once is that they all have long names or like multiple names, but at least everybody in this team, none of them go by their given names. So I'm talking to them on Zoom, and because it's company authorized Zoom, it's their legal names, but they all have different names. So I'm like, okay, this is this name, this is this name, this is this name, and I have like a little cheat sheet because so I can not screw up. It abuses me, and also it's like I'm gonna screw up. It's wild. It's neat to see like just how exciting. You're like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go by Kiko. Why? Because I like that name. Awesome. Okay, there you go. Cool stuff.
Yeah, some of my
So
colleagues in Shanghai, they use English first names because they were at least when they're communicating with us, I'm pretty sure they're not actually called Echo and Molly, and we had a colleague who called herself Winnie Poon, which I'm pretty sure that was not her given name.
Winnie Poon, that's cute. That's good. I like that. Awesome. So you guys head to Alias Investigations and check in. Have you guys seen the Jessica Jones show? It's okay if not. It's
Yeah, I
First
have.
season, the first season I've seen, yeah.
Yeah, I have seen all of it. Yeah.
it's amazing. Uh, and I can't remember his name, but I think I'd like to go with the kind of near the end Alias Investigations, where oh, what was his name? But he's helping out with Alias Investigations.
Malcolm?
Yeah, that sounds right. Thank you. Yeah. I was just gonna grab from the TV series and make double check. Yeah, Malcolm Ducasse. He's a handsome guy. He looks cool. So yeah, you guys have come in. Malcolm took down a little bit of early information, and now you're sitting with Jessica, who has like the first thing she does, reach into the drawer, pull out a very large bottle of Absolute. Maybe it's an ad. This is the MCU, so the fact that the label is facing the camera is just a little auspicious. You guys are running into the Kingpin, huh? That's great. Love them. So this is another thing that I'm gonna have to clean up your mess. Is that the plan here?
No. We just need. We were at this construction site, and something went down, and suddenly there
Oh,
were
I
sand.
have a television and the internet. I'm
Yeah.
well aware of the trouble that you guys got into.
Well, there was the Sandman and the Lizard, and I was wondering why would they be there? It doesn't make a lot of sense to have super villains guard a construction site, right? Why? That's what we're trying to figure out. And we thought you're a detective. maybe you can point us in the right direction.
She pulls out her phone. It's got a little pop socket thing on it. She like pops it and turns it around, flips through some YouTube and pulls up a video and starts to play it. You see that it's a news report from a local like New York station, and there's a lawyer from, I can't remember. We will say that it is Rich will use the NPCs that he has. It's a lawyer from Oscorp who is working in partnership with the shell corporation that is working on the construction. And the lawyer from Oscorp is arguing that during a rehabilitation program, Clint Marco and Curtis Connors were participating in security for this construction site, which was brutally attacked illegally by terrorists, is the claim.
No, they were just people. They were just angry people. They weren't terrorists. They were people who lived in these buildings formerly, and they were angry at being thrown out.
I agree, Jessica says as the news report continues going. I agree. And how can I help you? I guess it's pro bono.
That will be appreciated, yeah. Well, so I was just wondering what was so important about that construction site that it had such high security. I mean, there are hundreds of construction sites around the city, right? They're always repairing something, tearing something down, building something up. But why is this so important?
It looks like it's a test case.
Oh.
A test case for certain corporations to get extra powered individuals on their security team legally. It's a bunch of bullshit. Of course.
So all this is just like some legal gymnastic to get superpowered bodyguards for rich assholes, basically.
Just as exciting as the Star Wars prequels. Yep, exactly.
Hey, I like the Star Wars prequels.
You're on a very short list, Jose.
I'm not. No, most of the people in my age group like them.
Anyway, she pours some Absolute in a glass, and I think the oh shoot, what is it? What's Jin's mug? The Men's Tears or something like that. You haven't seen, so sorry, Sabina. I'm thinking of Jin Kitzman's. She has a mug, and it says on it something like Men's Tears. Supposedly is okay. I thought it was funny. I'd imagine Jessica Jones would have a mug of such.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Sorry, really, really weird, awkward, obtuse reference. Apologize. So
It's
she
fine.
drinks the Absolute vodka straight. Yeah. I don't think GLK and H would take this at all. Murdoch and Page, they're pretty full up. It's not really illegal. I can't practice law. So, what to do? How did it go down? Because the way they've doctored these photos in the security cam footage, it looks like people broke in.
Yeah, people pulled down the fence. It was not properly secured at one place. So people pulled down the fence, poured in, and started throwing stuff because they were angry.
Okay.
And then some the quicksand guy started pulling down a protester into the sand, which I think is kind of excessive.
Oh yeah, smothering a guy is not exactly what a security person should be doing.
Mm.
And unfortunately, they don't have any footage of that in the news report.
Oh,
You guys aren't going to really make out in a courtroom.
so we need a GoPro and another incident.
Yeah.
Okay. I know where to get a GoPro.
Okay. I'll sniff around. And I mean, they've got to push this.
Mm-hmm.
Just one incident isn't going to create the kind of wave that I bet they're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I grin at the word wave and look over to Pearl.
Oh, right. Shit. Yeah. Sorry. I mean,
No,
at least
no,
it's not an
no.
animal thing, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, what's with all these people, animal costume and stuff?
It's it's a little silly. I agree. Says Jessica Jones, who does not take a super's name or doesn't use one.
Oh, by the way, do
Well,
you know if there's like a bar for animals themed superhero that my friend can go to?
Spider-Man said animal-themed superheroes should stick together, so I thought there was a thing.
well, I mean, yes.
Oh. Okay.
Seriously?
Joe, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think you guys would like it. It's mostly for supervillains.
Oh, okay.
But that
But
means we might find the lizard guy there.
Yeah. That might be good to know.
okay, well, the bar with no name is a place where supervillains go. I'm not sure who owns it. I don't. I've only been a couple times. I've gotten kicked out a few times. It moves around, but I might be able to find where it's located if you guys really. You should not go as Wave. No, no offense, Jose, but I don't think that people know you.
Yeah, that I'm good with not being a super known quality. I've only been doing this for I don't know a couple of weeks, so
I'll read your comic. It's good. Nice
What
stick,
else?
by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Well, yeah, figure out some kind of fake ID, Pearl, and I'll get you guys an invite to the bar with no name.
Cool. You could be Dolphin Girl.
No.
Sorry.
That's a great line that you cut on. That's so good. It's really, really good. Wow, this game is moving fast. I can't believe that we still got like 40 minutes. This is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it
Okay.
is that makes this game run so quick, but it's great.
Yeah,
I'd like to
quick
yeah.
quick question. Can I take a token for like not letting Jimmy Woo shut me down? Because I feel like
You should. You certainly should. Take a token and mark a track.
Yeah.
And I think Jose, you pushing hard on like defending everybody and making sure that you take care of this. I think that's going to give you another token and mark a second on your track there. Push that stuff hard because five ticks is a lot.
Yep.
Two shot. It is. I think I'd like to take a quick bio break if that's okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, good.
The first thing we return from commercial is that we hear sound of conversation. There's some jukebox music playing, clinking of glasses. All of this is the soundscape as the camera pans up to Seagull and Wave walking into what looks like just a pub, a regular humdrum, nothing special bar, at least from the bones of it. There's a low hanging light over a couple of pool tables. There's the aforementioned jukebox. The TVs are all old CRT versions. The wait staff are pretty nondescript. And yes, exactly. I am also curious, thank you, because that's where I was headed. Wave, how do you look?
So is Seagull in his like Seagull suit?
Are you in civvies? Are you in seagull suit? You guys had to give a passcode to a doorman.
I
Um,
think since he was fairly young, he would have made up some disguise thingy with black feathers and stuff, and like the same mask, but the feathers are kind of black. Yeah, and I don't think he has manifested the wings right now.
Yeah, I think Pearl had to just go to the nearest costume shop and got, I don't know, some kind of mermaid costume, because like that's the quick easiest thing she could find.
oh, this amazes me. So you've gone with a mermaid styled costume so that people won't recognize you as the wave. That's great. You draw some eyes, because we've seen pictures of Pearl, and seeing her in a mermaid outfit has got to be interesting. Um, when you guys head into the bar, you see that there's one guy who's seated with a guy who looks like he has a quilted costume or something, and the guy across from him has what looks like a white boomerang for a visor and a few smaller boomerangs along his shoulders. Um, there are a few animal themed villains here you will find, Pearl. And as well as what looks very much like a Doctor Doom, but must be a Doombot, having some drinks with a person known as Water Wizard. What's your plan here?
I think we're looking for the lizard guy. Maybe talk to him, figure out what they're going to take next.
You don't? Yeah, I know it's a general plan. That makes sense. Is the plan to grab a table, observe, and eavesdrop? Do you want to go to the bar, talk to the bartender, um, just do a once around and hope that you see who you're looking for?
I mean, the classic move is to hit up the bartender, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. Okay. So the two of you head up to the bar. There are a couple of stools available, and the bartender is a man who's like, you can tell from the shininess of his head that he was going bald, and then from the light bit of shaved hair that he's just gone with it. and shave the rest off, so he is bald, but doesn't shave it daily. So there's just this little bit of fuzz around the edges. He has on his left hand, it's a pretty obvious like robotic replacement for his left thumb. And when the two of you come up, he gives just a cursory glance. He doesn't seem phased by your appearance. Huh, kids. Well, that's good. What do you have? Don't wave your fake IDs at me. I don't give a shit.
I didn't bring one. I will say in as gruff a voice as I can manage. Vodka, neat on the rocks.
Yeah,
And you?
I will have what he's having. Make it double.
He nods, and in a couple moments, he serves the two of you up. Well, it's obvious your first time here. Don't bother asking anyone what their secret ID is. Don't take pictures. Don't piss anybody off. I really can't deal with the property damage.
Sure thing.
Do you have insurance on this place?
Used to. I used to. But then the Punisher showed up, and now I can't get any insurance. So, again, no property damage. Please. You can talk about anything, any crime you want. I don't care. Just don't commit it here and don't break anything. Fish?
Oh, yeah. We were looking actually for patron. We were looking for the lizard.
The lizard. Dr. Connors.
Sure, yeah.
This
He's a
isn't really
doctor?
his scene. Yeah, scientist. Really good one. He developed the whole thing.
Oh, the thing. The
his
thing.
Lizardness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, not the thing. That's a cosmic radiation thing.
Yeah, I heard that. I knew that.
No, Dr. Connors, he's a researcher. He worked in some lizard DNA hoping to regenerate his own severed limb and kind of messed it up.
Wait, you are telling me that's not a costume?
Yeah.
Oh, that would explain the tongue.
But he got his limb back, right? So kind of worked out for him.
Sure.
Has he tried to patent that?
It's patented, yeah. Not his patent, Oscorp patent, you know.
Oh, so that's how he's cheated out of his. So that's why he has to work for other people.
Yeah.
He was cheated because, I mean, if he developed the thing and then Oscar patented it, they should be paying him for
it. Should
the
be.
use of
I'm
it.
sure if you have a conversation with him about it, you guys could work that out.
Maybe. Is he here?
Oh, this isn't his scene.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, he's more of a nerdy researcher.
Okay. I heard he was hanging out with the Sandman. Does he hang out here, or is that more?
Yeah, Flint comes around from time to time. I haven't seen him tonight, but stick around. I'm sure he'll show up once his daughter's gone to bed.
Okay. I look a little flustered by the idea that a supervillain has a daughter he has to put to bed before he can go out to do super crimes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That is not something I would have imagined, but okay. And
Yeah. I think I glanced over at like Sigurd and I say, did it not occur to you that they have families?
no, and actually didn't think about that. Maybe you take the lead on this thing. I'm not sure how much Flynn saw of me. This mask is pretty similar to what I usually wear.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. And as you guys are chatting and the bartender goes to serve a couple of other customers, there's a guy with a red mohawk who's wearing a like a slate gray mask over his face, and he's talking to a couple of guys at his table loudly. This is a guy who does not have an inside voice. He goes, yeah, that Filipina girl, she's nothing. Nothing. Well, way better than her. Yeah, she's probably using sewer water. And one of the guys laughs, like, sewer water? Ew. Gross, man. Yeah, well, you got to get creative. But nah, she's nothing. What's even her name? Wave? What a loser. I've got more talent in my pinky than that girl has in her whole little body. It's probably, I mean, you've seen her, right? She's had work done.
Do we recognize who is talking?
Do you know mediocre level criminals in America?
Probably not. But does
Yeah.
Seagull?
I don't know. Would Seagull know who the water wizard is?
His sister might have mentioned something or other, because I think she's really into superheroes and villain stuff like that. So that's the water wizard. Okay.
What the hell is a water wizard?
I don't know, and I don't know why.
Is he an actual wizard like Doctor Strange kind of shit? Or is that just a name?
I think he's just. I don't think. I mean, he's not major league of anything, and if he was a real wizard, I mean, he might. I mean, I don't know. Wow. Speaking about having work done, this guy's on steroids.
Oh, very obviously. Yes, he very much is on steroids.
You mean the wizard?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look at this. You don't get chest muscles like that without taking pills. I know I have guys at the gym who do that, so I don't. Hence, I have normal sized chest muscles. Okay, they are a bit bigger than usual because of the wing thing, but
He launches into another tirade about Wave, mocking her, and one of the guys says, "Hey, man, obviously she's gotten under your skin. Are you into her or something?" What? No, she's biting in on my whole thing. And she's also terrible with water. No creativity. She's a loser, that's what I'm saying. She's just like, it breaks down the brand, Water people, we gotta hold each other to a higher standard.
Do you want to do something about that? Pearl, or do we ignore this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I know like the smart thing to do is to ignore them, but I feel like the in-character thing to do is that I'm going to go over and I say, hey, at least I don't need steroid to win my swimming competition.
Yes. Oh, Wave has lost it. It is so good.
Yeah,
I
I think that's worth a token, right?
it is worth a token. I was definitely taunting you with tokens. Please mark on your track. That'll be your third step on the track. And the guy steps up and shoves the table back. He's muscular, like he's a big guy. Um, and he walks over. Here she is. And the bartender's like, whoa, 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 hey, guys, take it outside. Come on, Pete. And he's gesturing to Water Wizard. Pete, take it outside. Alley, front, I don't care. Don't start anything here. And you start hearing rumbling, and a few of the glasses, like the water, swirls up out of them and starts to form into a glob heading towards Water Wizard, like he's summoning it. Uh, Ignoring the bartender. Wave, what do you do? Because I'm gonna pummel you into the bar, little girl. He leans
Well,
down.
I heard I hope this place is insured. I think I'm just going to punch him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Please
just going to
slug.
slug him. Yeah.
You're
like
very good at
literally.
slugging. So you got 3 dice. Let's see how it goes.
I got
Hey!
yeah.
2 fours. That is amazing. What does it look like when you slug Water Wizard so hard that like it's a one and done? What does that look like?
Yeah, I think like I think I do like a uppercut and I was saying I don't even need water to beat your ass. You you steroid friend. And then I just like do an uppercut and probably dislocate his jaw.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel it like kind of pop out weirdly, and his mouth does that slow motion like, "Whoa," as he falls back, and he's got to fall into a table, right? So he falls into the table. The table, boom, collapses underneath this big steroid muscly weight, and the guy who's wearing like a weird porcupine suit, who he was talking to, is like, "Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I hate that guy." And they're all laughing. And yeah, he's got a glass jaw evidently. Bartender says, "You gonna pay for that table?"
No, he's gonna pay for the table. He started it.
Barely pays his tab.
Well, then he shouldn't start stuff if he can pay for that, right? He'll owe you.
He has his cybernetic thumb and goes, "All right, you guys, you're out of here, kids. Told you don't start anything.
You
You went and
didn't.
started something 2 minutes after I told you not to start anything. Get out of my bar."
I guess.
What do you do? Do you leave, or are you gonna make a thing out of it?
Wave, do you want to go or you want to start a discussion?
Yeah, I think at this point maybe it's better if we just leave.
Cool. So the two of you head outside. Nobody mocks or derides you. In fact, a few people give you like approving looks. Evidently, Water Wizard is one of those a-holes at a bar that nobody can stand, seeing as how he's, 6.5 feet tall without the mohawk and a roided out nightmare. So you guys head outside, and it's a nondescript New York street. Try to spend a moment or two to figure out what's going on. It's like 9 o'clock, and then a cab pulls up, and Flint Marco steps out of the cab, and I think that's where we'll stop it. It's like the two of you right outside the bar with no name. Flint Marco steps out of the cab, and
Nice.
he's like looking up, and he sees the two of you, and that's where we cut it. Sound good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So this game doesn't have any advancement rules, so there's no XP. You just are what you are.
I mean,
Oh.
for a two-shot, that probably doesn't matter, right? Because-
Exactly. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was like, oh, two shot, we won't miss it. I'm just kind of making sure that I'm not missing anything at the end. I don't think there's any advancement, and we're good. Cool. So I'd like to do a round of stars and wishes. Just real
Right,
quick round.
Sorry. For mechanical thing, I'm wondering, do we recover any hits by now? Because it's been a while
Yes.
since.
Both of you can recover back to 4. Thank you for asking that question. I meant to say something earlier, and it just slipped my mind. I got all mixed up in stuff. Cool. Yes, you're both to 4 hits, but your tracks remain, your tokens remain. Those will carry over to the next session. Cool. Let's do stars and wishes. We start with wishes so that we can end with stars, reminding you that this is a 2-shot. So give me a wish that we can try to grant in our next session if you can. Or if it's a wish of, I'm still a little confused about X or Y mechanic, feel free to share that. I'll do my best to clarify things for us next session. Sabine, are you okay with going first with wishes?
Sure. I want a big fighting scene again. That was fun. And maybe a little protracted, not like we take them out in the first hit, but a little back and forth on that. That would be nice. But that would be the climax, the climactic fight. I like that. I would like that. And I would wish that was near the waterfront so that wave can really let rip, I guess.
Guess what? This nondescript New York street is right near the water. It just so happens that it's right on the docks. There we go. Bar near docks. Writing it down. Thank you. Good suggestion. Mono, what about you? Do you have any wishes for next session?
Yeah, not particularly. I'm just interested to see how this plays out. Like I want to see at least one of us feel the track and like see how the pass, like see our pass play into it. Otherwise, yeah, I think like obviously I hope like we can actually get to Fisk or like have some kind of closure to this situation before the end of the next session. Yeah, but I think that's it.
Oh, I don't think I threw a token at you for rebelling and starting the fight with Water Wizard, so please take a token and mark your track. You're up to 4.
I think I already.
You did?
I think let 3 is from like the starting the fight. I think.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
No, I think they got the third one from standing up to Jimmy Woo and his demands. So starting the fight would be the fourth.
That's right.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Thank you, Sabine. Thank you very much. Awesome. So we start with wishes so we can end with stars. Mona, did you have any stars or highlights from the session of the mechanics?
Yeah. No, I definitely always I like the cast of character we have. I think Sigo is interesting, like his family and like the comic. And I really like the way like his sister is portrayed like this fangirl, like super energetic and yeah, I think we have a lot of interesting running joke like the animal thing, like superhero, supervillain, and I like seeing like when I see like like seagulls sing about like class equality is like everywhere, like even within super villains there's class inequality, and yeah, I think it's interesting to see that play out like in a different, so like it's not the usual lens of like Hollywood movie, but a more like class lens, like oh there are, it's not like there are good people on both sides. It's like, oh, there are rich asshole and poor people on both sides. Yeah.
Glad you dug that. I'm really glad. That's awesome. And then Sabine, did you have any stars?
Sure thing. I like the game. I think it works really well for a two-shot with the mechanics are super easy and don't get in the way, and I really like that. Um, and yeah, I like Wave. I have not heard of the character. I've been seeing MCU stuff a lot, but not the Marvel comics, very little. So I'm not familiar with the character, but she seems amazing and interesting. And I love the NPCs tab with all these interesting faces and people, and some of them I recognize and others I don't, but it's fine, it's fun. And I love the water wizard. He was so funny. And we got to meet Jessica Jones and Spider-Man, so yeah, I enjoyed that. And I hope Namor comes by too. I don't know.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
we're one rebel tick away. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You be
yeah.
prepared.
Mhm.
Cool. I really, I was nervous as I said when we started. I was nervous about Wave after I quickly read about the character, but I really loved your portrayal of her, Mona. That was I just really enjoyed the character. I had a good time watching you play, and Seagull was hilarious. I just really vibe. I mean, you're so good at coming up with a quickly coming up with a character that is very compelling, and I like the whole like how embedded he is in the setting. That is fantastic, and it's perfect juxtaposition to you are a person coming from the Philippines. So there we go. Anyway, thank you all so much for giving this a shot. I really had a good time with this, and I look forward to finishing things up next week. So with that,
Yeah.
we'll stop the recording here. Thank you all.